Unprisoned season 2. All 8 episodes dropped the other day, and of course I watched them all because although season 1 irked my last nerves, Paige was so aggy. Season 2, baby, they came back and I feel like they did a good job. I feel like they did their big one in season 2. And honey, we have Uncle Jesse, and I'm here for that. Get it, don't be timid when you in it, apply that. Love upon it, give along, leave it. I don't want no trip, baby, spend like. My name is Ashley, and this is My Sweet Perspective, where I give my take on all things TV and movie related, and I am here to put you on, okay? I'll talk about a season where Paige finally got held accountable. Honey, we got visitations from Uncle Jesse, from Mercedes, from the Pank, like... I think they did a great job, but let's get right into this review. I'm going to go episode by episode, giving a brief recap. At the end of the video, I will give my overall thoughts of the season. So just come and hang out with me, okay, for a minute. Season 2, episode 1, Don't Try Harder, Try Different. So the first episode of season 2 picks up where the last season ended, right? So Edwin is moved out. He's staying at the No-Tell Motel Inn. And Paige is coming off the success of her TED Talk. It went viral, and she's doing a super popular morning show in her area where she meets Uncle Jesse, honey, who is another therapist. And so they're getting into conversation about, the holidays are coming up and being around family. What is it that you do? You know what I mean? During that time. And so she's like, I'm learning detachment. I'm detaching. My family's issues are not my issues. I'm going to stay to myself. I'm going to do all the things. And Uncle Jesse is calling her on her ish out the gate. And I love it because what did Paige need all of season 1? Some daggum accountability. That's what she needed. That's what she needed. So again, and he challenges her every step of the way. And I love that for her. Because we all need to be challenged, right? And so no Edwin, again, he's staying at the No-Tell Motel Holiday Inn. Finn is spiraling because where's my granddaddy? I miss my granddaddy. He's calling him, and Edwin is ignoring all of his calls. And it's like, poor Finn. So finally, Finn gets it in his mind that he is going to get in the Who ride, all right, and go to his granddaddy's house, all right, because he's not answering. Finn is nervous, anxious, gets in an accident, and Edwin comes to the rescue, of course, with Nadine. And of course, he's like, I don't care about this car. I care about you, Finn. And Finn was like, listen, you were ignoring me. I didn't know what to think. And he was like, I was just trying to get my stuff together, son. And we know that that's not always the answer. It's like, and Nadine tells them that, Edwin, you don't have to be perfect for family. You know what I mean? You don't have to be perfect for family. Paige, of course, blames Edwin because that's what she does. Mind you, she hasn't really seen him since he moved out. Paige is absolutely just jaded. She just can't help herself. So finally, by the end of episode 1, we are at therapy with Uncle Jesse. And he's basically telling Paige, girl, work on yourself. And he's holding everybody accountable, but mainly Paige, because she's the one coming into this as if her ish doesn't stink. And again, blaming everything on Edwin. By the end of episode 1, Edwin comes home and we can really get into the flow of everything, right? Season 2, episode 2, How to Be a Cat. Baby, why does Edwin tell Paige that she needs to date like a cat, right? She can't give them too much attention. She needs to be finicky. She's doing all the things and she's pulling all the fellas off the dating site, okay? Edwin gets a new job because we know that he was trying to be on the straight and narrow. Paige in the last episode was looking for him, thinking he was with the family members who were all, in the game. And they were like, you don't even know your daddy, do you? Like, he's not trying to be around all this. And, it was kind of a reality check to her. But Mal, y'all remember Mal, Paige's love interest that she cheated on with the married man? Yeah, him. He is working, at the halfway house. We know he was a parole officer. And there's a position open, baby. And Edwin, just being the charming Edwin he is, gets everybody to who's interviewing to not even interview, honey. He's the chosen one. All right. And basically he is managing the facility and the people at the halfway house, right? Making sure that they're following what they need to be doing, and kind of walking this line between how can I still be cool, not a snitch, but also, follow the rules of the job. And so I did like the dynamic of us discovering
him really discovering, right, what it's like to operate as a leader outside of the pack. And I really, really liked that. And Finn is trying to make friends, but why was he trying to make that little friend who made fun of his Legos? I didn't like that. I didn't like that for him. I didn't like that for anyone. All right. Episode 3, How to Be Friends, Paige, Mal, and Mercedes, honey. Mercedes makes an appearance for the pink. And I just want to say this. That's not the only capacity we can see her in, y'all. She could have came in as something else. I know she was a pole instructor and a lawyer, just finished law school, but come on. Come on. And so in this episode, Paige feels like she and Mal can be friends, right? And he's like, well, I got my lady. And so Paige wants to be her friend too. So she starts taking her pole class. Girl, why does she fall on her face? Paige is just trying to be better. Just trying to be better. Girl, you are not a pro. You're very much a novice poler, okay? Falls straight on her face. It was kind of funny though, y'all. Finn needs extracurriculars for his college applications because again, he's been pretty solitary even in school. And so he volunteers with Edwin at the halfway house, baby. And why does Edwin try to teach him how to fight? But not only does he teach him how to fight, he tries to teach him how to fight with the tenants of the halfway house. And one of them gets a little bit overzealous and hits Finn. Basically, there's 2 black eyes in the family. There's Finn and his mama. They both black-eyed in episode 3. In episode 4, Into Me You See, Edwin might be in trouble. Some things that happened in the past with that friend that he had could come to bite him on the derriere, and he's trying to get his business together. He's trying to not only work the halfway house, but find funding for his food truck. Meanwhile, Finn is wanting to meet his daddy, and Paige is not trying to have it. She's not trying to have it because, again, Paige wants to be control and everything is about Paige. And what I really like is that in therapy, we're unpacking that. Every episode, Paige is being confronted, having to address herself and getting a little bit better, progressively better. I will say that by the end of this season, y'all, I liked her a little bit better than I did in season 1. And I say that that's growth. A win is a win. Episode 5, Trigger Happy. Edwin caters for Estee's open house. It's a hit, baby. He's selling houses and passing out business card. And I love that for Edwin. Nadine joins family therapy, baby, and they have a whole family smackdown. All right. It's everybody is in their wrestling apparel, of course, in this alternate reality, because Paige's little Paige is still very present and she's still having very real conversations with this little girl. Okay. Her inner child. And so, she's triggered by Nadine because she feels as though Nadine did a terrible job in taking care of her. And Nadine is basically trying to stress the point that I didn't have to take you. I took you as a favor to your daddy and because I cared about you. But Paige can't really recognize that because she's like, you left me at a truck stop for 3 hours. Like you were out here hooking, and wasn't really taking care of me. And Nadine was like, I paid for your college. And Paige was like, I did work study. Girl, we all know work study didn't pay for anything. So it was like this, I'm going to negate everything you tried to do because I don't feel like it was a good enough job. And Nadine not really taking ownership of the fact that she could have done better. And so, Paige at one point is like, what it's like growing up with a mom who's completely self-centered. And Finn was like, I can speak to that because everything is all about you. It's never about anyone else but you. And I loved that. I loved that for all of them to kind of look inward and see, how am I living my life, right? I have these people in my life that I love, but I'm still making it all about me. In episode 6, Legend of the Rollerblades, it's a road trip time. Paige, Finn, Esty, and Edwin go to LA to meet Finn's no good daddy. No good daddy. Now, Paige might have been right about him, baby, because he made a lot of empty promises. But Finn got to meet him and got it out of his system because he had a right to know who his father was. Right is right. You know what I mean? Right is right. In episode 7, a post-traumatic Christmas disorder Christmas Carol episode, we find out why Paige hates Christmas. It's Christmas and Edwin is trying to make it the most perfect Christmas, baby. He's got the turkey, The oven goes out, the power goes out, but he's going to find a way. He gets the Instant Pot to try to make something else. That doesn't work. It's just everything that can go wrong will go wrong. Paige's adopted mom comes, and Esty is telling her about what happened in last episode, because in last episode when they went to LA, Esty went to this Korean support group of basically Korean people who were adopted by white people, and how they were acclimating now, right? And so now she wants to meet her biological family. And so she tells their adopted mother that, and she's like, well, I need to go lay down. She didn't take it well at all. Meanwhile, we find out that when Paige was a little girl, Edwin was arrested on Christmas, and also the same Christmas her mom gave her away, because without Edwin there, she couldn't take on the responsibility of Paige, apparently. And so Paige had blocked it out until Edwin let her know that no, this did happen, and that's why she's hated Christmas. And so she tries to come out of that. But just when you don't think anything can kind of go worse, or maybe when things are actually getting better, right? They're bonding, they're having a family moment. Mal comes over, honey. We find out that the adopted mom has passed away, child, in her sleep, right after Esty told her that she was looking for her biological family. Lord have mercy. In episode 8, we have the after party, and everybody's healing, growing, doing their thing, honey. We're thinking we're on the up and up, okay? They have the services. Edwin is catering the services, but he's got to run out all of a sudden, and Paige gets upset, of course, because she always thinks he's up to no good, but he's actually getting his license. It's the last day he can get his license in order to buy the food truck that he's been eyeing this whole time. He gets his license. He's able to get the food truck and show the family a beautiful moment, and I'm thinking everything's going in the right direction. At the services, Paige gets on the microphone, honey, and confesses her love to Mal, and baby Mal like, I gotta go. But by the end of the episode, we find out that Mal left to break up with his girlfriend because he wouldn't do her that way. You know what I mean? He refused to cheat. And Paige is kind of low down and dirty for going after that man knowing he had a woman. You know what I mean? Kind of bit, sort of bit. By the end of this episode, this is the part that got me. Spoilers, spoilers, spoilers. Why Paige mama pop up and we don't even get to see her until next season? Now, one thing about it, Hulu, Onyx Collective, Timby Banks, I know you directed some of these episodes. Tracy McMillan, y'all can't play these games on our top. You know how quick they are to cancel these shows. So for y'all to leave us hanging like that, I don't know how I feel about it. Don't know what I thought about that part. But overall, I thoroughly enjoyed season 2. I thought this was leaps and bounds better than season 1. And I think it's because we get to see progression in Paige. Right? She's not just still stuck in that same place of blaming Edwin for every issue and problem in her life. I loved the cameos this season. I loved the walk-ons. I thought they were great. The pacing was nice. It's a super bingeable. Again, the episodes are like 24 minutes a piece. 8-episode season, dropped all at once. But guys, if you are still here and you enjoyed my recap review of Unprisoned season 2, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see y'all in the next video.